for anyone who clicked this video, you probably would want to know why I think like this, why my thoughts when it comes to mental health is maybe a little bit different. But to be honest, how do I say this? Because I honestly am not really good with words. I'm not good with public speaking. But I'm just gonna be completely honest with many of you guys. Is right now there's many times I just feel like I want to give up. There's many times I feel like I just want to throw in the towel. And as someone who has gone through a lot of situations where I feel so insecure of who I am and what I say, and I'm afraid of saying what I feel, and just, you know, being afraid of being rejected, being neglected, being all of this and that. I know how it is. And I wish I did this video way back, maybe like before when Mental Health Awareness Day was gonna come, and I was gonna like post it. But I thought like maybe I could try to work on it. But you know what? There's just been so many things going on lately in my life. I'm just like, you know what? I just want to like vomit all what I feel. And what I feel is, I just feel like there are so many hypocrites. There are so many people who say that they care about you, who say that they're all for this, that they're for mental health and all that. But once they're in a situation where there's someone that needs their help, that needs like just a friend, they don't want to talk to them. They don't want to respond to them. They just say, oh, you have friends, go talk to them. And I'm just like, but you posted a story saying that, like, you know, Belle, let's talk, you know, let's talk. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And it's like, I'm not saying that everyone else thinks like that, but here's the thing, is that there are many people, there are thousands of people who probably feel the same way that I feel. And it's not fair. Yes, I'm filming this in my basement. It's not fair that there are people who feel this way, and nobody understands how they feel, and they're afraid to say what they feel, because then they would be afraid. They're afraid of feeling like they're just asking for attention. They're just asking for like acceptance. They're just asking for people to think that, like, I always say that they're just asking people to think that they're superior. Like, that's why I was afraid to do this. That's why I was afraid to record this, because I know probably the backlash I'm getting, and who knows, I don't even know if I'm even going to get any views of people watching this video. And it's so tough to see that there are people who say, they claim they care about mental health, that they're all for this and for that, but when they're confronted, they just don't care. And I can show you like examples, and it's just the same typical people who like tweet and Instagram that they say they care about, but like they're not there for you. And I understand that, yeah, we're all busy and we're all that, and sometimes, you know, for girls, maybe they get really annoyed seeing guys messaging them, or vice versa and all that. But like, I mean, if you say you do care, like, try to at least acknowledge it. Or like, if you actually don't care but you're just trying to follow the crowd, don't put it, because there are many people who might feel the same situation as I am. And you know, my method before, like when I was in high school, how do I say this, because I used to go through a lot of depression. What happened was that I just felt so insecure. I felt so disappointed in myself. I felt so neglected. I didn't have a good relationship with my dad. I didn't have the dad that would take me out to baseball games, that would, you know, take me to my baseball practices, because I used to play baseball. I didn't have that dad. I didn't have the dad that wanted to play video games with me. Maybe it was like once or twice, and that was like the best thing that I could like cherish. But all this other time, like, he wasn't there for me, and he did his own thing, and like, he had problems with himself, and it really caused problems with me. And that's why my situations, that's why the way that I look at things, I look towards situations, I look up towards people and their stuff, their vices and all that. Like, I'm not about that stuff. I'm not for these things that people do, like, you know, drinking, partying, all that, because I don't sense that there's no empty feeling for that. Like, you have that empty feeling and you put that in, and yeah, you get that temporary feeling, but it doesn't feel the void, and you still feel like depressed, and you feel like this and that. And like, I wasn't bullied in high school. I was bullied in elementary school, but because of that, I just felt like no one was gonna like me in high school. So I tried to become something I wasn't. And throughout the whole time, I just felt so depressed. I just felt so alone that like I would cry, and I would weep sometimes, like in my bed. I would just cry, and nobody would notice me. Nobody would know what I'm doing and all that. The problem with me was that there were times that like I didn't cut myself. I didn't really like burn myself. But the only times what I really did was that I would punch myself. I would like beat myself up. I would throw myself on the wall, you know. And then later on, I would just take a lot of pills. I would like overdose myself, and you know, fall asleep like feeling really weird. And it was just, I don't know, like I just felt so bad. And I'm really thankful for where I am now, because I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for like guidance, counselors, and all these people who would help me. And I'm really thankful and I'm grateful. And anytime I feel like this type of mood, I try to remember the method that I would use. I would try to remember that, like, you know, I have purpose. I have, you know, I have identity. I know who I am. I know that I am a son, that I have the audacity. I have the power to say no to these vices, to these, like, to depression and all that, to this emotional, all this, the energy, the bad energy, all of that. I know I have that power. I know I have the authority. But there are some people who don't. Some people who feel like they're left out. Some people who don't know who they can trust. Some people who feel neglected, who don't understand anything, and they're afraid to kind of talk because they don't know the backlash they receive. I get it. And it's so tough, because that's how I feel. And I'm not saying I can give you like the same answers, but I'm just explaining to you how I feel. I'm just explaining to you like what I did in my situation. That's the only thing I can say, because everyone goes to different situations. It might be almost similar, but like no matter what, like nobody knows exactly how you're going through, what you're going through. And to these people who are watching this right now, like I can honestly say that, like, you know, you can try to message me. I have my YouTube inbox, or I'll leave my Instagram handle below, and you can message me and tell me how you feel. And I want to talk to you. I'm not being bought. Of course, if I don't know, like I'm thinking if I put I don't even know if I have advertising on these videos in this channel, but like if I do, then all the money I could try to like put it into like some mental health foundation. I don't even know. Like honestly, I may be broke or something, but like, you know, I can still maintain myself, because like I have a okay job at the moment. But to anyone that is watching this and just needs to reach out, like I'm here. Please, let's talk. I've helped so many people who are trying to commit suicide. I myself have had that thought many times, and the methods that I've used pretty much have helped me. And I'm really grateful to those people. Again, thank you very much to those leaders and guidance counselors that would help me throughout these situations. Sorry, someone came in. But I just want to say that, like, anyone who has feel this, you know, just reach out to me and let's talk. I may not be the one that can give you all the answers, but I just want to tell you that, yeah, I'm listening. I'm truly listening. I want to be the friend that maybe you've been looking for, because I've been always trying to look for that friend that I've been looking for. I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm exhausted to see these people who claim that they care about they care about people with mental health. They care about people who are depressed and all that. They post their little things. They put the hashtags, all that, hashtag this, hashtag that. And yet when someone approaches them and asks them, hey, can you help me? I saw that you posted it. And they're like, oh, well, I'm kind of busy right now. Oh, I'm like, okay, yeah, you could be busy, like maybe like, you know, 3 days. Okay, I get you. But maybe like the next day you probably will respond. Okay, you don't respond. Okay, maybe the next day. Okay, you don't respond. Okay, it's Friday. Everyone's probably like, you know, just gonna hang out. It's the weekend now. You don't respond. You're at the club. Next day. You're at the club. Next day. You're at the bar. You're with friends. And you're just like... And it frustrates me to see that. And I've seen that with some people. People who think that they're all that. People who think they know what's best for them. People who think that they're better than anyone else because of their status, because of their high status. I messaged someone. Okay, a girl. She has a high status. She has thousands of followers and all that, and then she posted up on her story saying, "Belle, let's talk." And then I responded saying, everyone says this, but it's all fake. Nobody actually cares. And then she responds, "That's not true." So I'm like, okay, well, sometimes I feel like this, and I don't know what to say because I'm afraid that people would just neglect me, or would probably read it, would hear me out, but would not answer and would not say anything. In a few hours, she read it. And I'm just like, okay, maybe she read it. She's probably doing something. Let's give her some time. In a few days, I messaged her saying, hey, you read my message. I don't know. Were you doing something? Were you doing something at that moment? And is that why you didn't receive your message? Is that why you didn't respond and all that? She read it a few hours. She didn't respond. And so then she posted something else about doctor or health, and I'm just like, is that something? Is that for mental health and all that? And she's like, no. And I'm just like, I just want to make this clear that I'm trying to prove that people don't care about mental health and all that, and you're kind of proving my point. You say that you care, but what's going on? Why can't you help me? Let's say if I was someone else who felt like you were the only person to resort, and you were not there. And then she responds, "You have friends. Go talk to them." And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I mean, the thing is that when people commit suicide, in my opinion, I feel like people would say it's a selfish thing. And I get it, it's a selfish thing because this is something that you could have done on yourself. And then people would say, oh, I blame it on myself, I blame it on this, or people would say, oh, we should blame it on those ones who didn't care and all that. But, okay, we can honestly say, in my opinion, is there are two parties to blame, and that's the person, the victim, and the people. Because the people, they claim to care, they claim that they're there for them. But they were never there the whole time when they were feeling inside in the corner where they were not feel this type of way. If you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And the person had the choice to say, no, you know what, I have purpose, I have identity, I can do this, let me see if I can talk to someone. But that's the thing, that sometimes when they talk to the wrong person, the person they expect to think that they would actually help them, that they would care for them, because they're afraid to go to the doctors and have their parents find out. They're afraid to go to some specialist and have some other people find out, and they don't want to think that way because they feel they may be different, or they may feel like a loser, they may feel victimized. I don't know what they would feel. Okay, that's why sometimes they would go to a different person. That's why they would go for a different stranger. But then that person just says, talk to your friend. I don't know how they would go. I don't know how they would react, and they probably would react really bad, and they might end up hurting themselves really bad. So I just want to conclude this video. I don't know how it's gonna sound, but this whole mental health awareness thing, it's good, but to those people who just want to follow the crowd, who say they care, please stop, because you don't. Because imagine if you just ignore that person and they end up, hurting themselves really badly, or even in the end taking their own life. I'm not gonna say this is your fault that they did that, but if you didn't say that you care about like mental health and all that, who knows where they would be.